Hey you guys, welcome to the very first SheOms vlog. So I mentioned in my Tea Time Tuesday video this week that I really wanted to make a transition to doing more video. I know that all of you are super busy and that you're just probably feeling pretty mentally depleted after running your business all day long. And so it's quite possible that the last thing you want to do is read 1,000 words on the SheOms blog. So I'm committed to bringing you more video and a little less blogging. I can't make too many promises. I really love to write. But today I wanted to talk about something that's super, super important to me, which is design. I have talked many times on the SheOms blog about how your brand already exists. Regardless of whether or not you have a logo or a website, you already have a brand because a brand is essentially what people think of you. Now you can choose to manage or influence those perceptions by having things like a website and a beautiful logo and beautiful business cards. And all of that is really helpful, but we have to answer this question. Why is it helpful, right? Is it frivolous to spend money on design? Now, obviously, I'm the one answering that question, and most of my living comes from design, so I'm going to go with no. But you can get a design on some cheapy website you can get free business cards online. Sorry, I got a situation there with my shirt. You can get free business cards online when you make your first order on certain websites. But there is a difference, right? Because those business cards are the same design that every other yoga teacher or every other new entrepreneur ordered because they spent their budget and couldn't afford design. Why does design matter though? Why does it matter that you have a unique business card or a unique visual identity? So I call it visual identity because your logo isn't your brand, your website is not your brand. It's just the visual representation of your brand, of who you are, what you stand for, of the experiences that you create for your clients. We live in a society where people have a lot of choices. If you haven't been to the grocery store lately, I encourage you to get down to your local grocery store and just notice how many different brands of pasta or cheese or frozen pizza there are. It's absurd. And our natural inclination as humans who are overwhelmed with how many choices we have is to either A, choose what we know, and typically what we know is what our parents have always purchased, or maybe we've been purchasing something for a long time because there weren't as many options when we first started buying it. So you either go with what you know, or you choose that which is most visually appealing. Because it's too much. You can't sit there and read every box of granola at the grocery store to decide if it's really the best one. You're going to choose based on what is on the front of the packaging. And your personal brand or your business's brand is not different than that. Even though you don't have a physical package on a shelf somewhere, your website, your business cards, the way that you present yourself all take the place of that packaging. So going back to the example of the one-size-fits-all business card that every yoga teacher has or every massage therapist has from some cheapy website, you're not going to stand out in the minds of the consumer if you or the client, that was super marketing talk right there, your client, your student, your consumer, you're not going to stand out if they've seen that business card before. or if they've seen that exact website design, or just not even that exact website design, right? If your website just doesn't really say anything about you, if it's a plain background and it's your name and it doesn't make them feel or think anything, then you're not really creating this opportunity for yourself to be remembered, to be memorable. So when it comes down to it, design, it does matter. It is a representation of who you are, and you would never want yourself represented as something that is cheap or not memorable. It's important for you to really consider that as you decide where you're going to be investing in your business, and you start to really uncover not only what your brand is, but how you can manage it. So we are going to talk a lot more about brand design in the coming weeks, more than just brand design when it comes to your visual identity. Brand design in general, finding your voice as a brand, deciding how you want to present yourself, deciding how you're going to share. All of those things are going to be coming to you on the SheOms blog, some via video, some via traditional blog, but it's all great information, so please make sure that you come back for more. Namaste.